Hello, everybody. I am getting right now a tremendous number of people asking me how to change the energy of the people around them and how to change the atmosphere of a home where the partner and the rest of the family really have some toxic behaviors that seem to bring negative energy into the home. It's very difficult to change somebody else's behavior long term. They want to know if they can buy, is there a potion, a crystal? If they sage their house, will that shift everything? It won't. Human will, human biology, the patterns, the neurological patterns and pathways that are created in our brains by habitual behavior, you can't overcome that with a crystal if the other people have no motivation to change it. All you can do is change yourself. People get pretty upset with me when I'm honest with them. I could sell them crystals, I could sell them potions, I could sell them spell kits. But you know what? In the long run, it's not going to change the people they're around. Something will have to trigger in that person, something deep and profound, so that person is no longer getting what they want from those behaviors and they're motivated to change. So all you can do is change yourself. Sometimes in changing yourself, people around you change because they see you're living your best life without them. They see perhaps maybe you're even choosing not to spend time or to even live with them. They see the benefits to what you're doing, and something comes along that hits them hard and makes them reevaluate what they're doing. And you become a role model for them, a motivator. So the best thing that you can do if you feel overwhelmed by the toxic behaviors, the negativity of even family, but other people around you, take responsibility for yourself and change the part of you that tolerates that and puts up with that and makes that your focus in life, changing other people. What's that about? I offer spiritual consultations. I offer tarot card readings. I can help you look at situations and you can see your part in that situation and where that energy is taking you and how to shift that energy around yourself, because that's really what we're called to do in this life. It's especially hard for a parent who has a child engaging in dangerous, negative behaviors. I understand that. I'm a parent of 4. I was a foster parent for almost 4 years. I have 13 grandchildren. I understand that. Sometimes the kindest and strongest thing we can do is actually to do a cord cutting. It doesn't break the relationship, but the pattern, the habitual energy exchange is stopped, and you can form a new cord based on different energy and different behaviors. And even if it doesn't shift their behavior, it sure as hell shifts your behavior. So that's one of the things that you can do. I know it's hard to avoid family. You can learn to practice putting yourself in a bubble if you're an empath so you don't absorb as much of their energy. You can wear crystals and talismans to help bounce that energy back or to absorb it. There's things you can do to protect yourself so that energy doesn't impact you as strongly. But sometimes people are sending a mixed message out to the universe because they're constantly trying to change the people around them and they can't change that person's behavior. And yet they stay and they send these messages out to the universe. Behavior, the action of remaining and choosing to be with that negative energy overcomes anything else. Human will, human behavior is one of the strongest energies that exists. To shift that person's path and that energy permanently in a different way, they have to come to want that. So my advice is to take care of yourself, keep yourself emotionally strong and healthy, and do whatever's necessary to do that. And then you become the role model for the people around you. You set the boundaries. You say, this is where this stops. And sometimes that can be a big motivator. Not always. People get pretty comfortable in their ruts. A lot of times it gets them something that they want. That's why we behave in ways that we do normally. And we get rewarded for it in some way, and then it just becomes a habitual pattern. And when it turns toxic on us, it's really hard to break free. That's why affirmations are so great. Affirmations, by repeating positive affirmations and visualizing and just putting your intensity, you're actually rewiring some of the neurological networks and pathways in your brain. That's why I love being around spiritual practitioners. It's what we all have in common. We want to better our lives. We want to become all that we can be, and we work to achieve that end. It's not passive. We're actively pursuing positive change in our lives. And that's the best thing you can do to impact people around you. I do readings. I also do spiritual consultations. They are available for purchase in my shop. It's hard for me just to give an off-the-cuff answer to people who come to me with these, long messages with complex situations. There's not an easy answer. So much love to everybody facing these kinds of questions and situations. We've all been there, all of us. Take care of yourself first. As if you were on an airplane, you put your oxygen mask on first. Then you help those around you. Have a great rest of your week.